Yes, really cool.
All good to go? Yes. So, good evening. Yeah. It's a great pleasure to see a full crowd. So, few of my patients, few are not. My friends, basically. Okay, so for those of you who doesn't know me, I'm Dr Arun. I'm a senior consultant. I've been working with this organization from pretty long time, almost 6 years now. Previously that my roots are from the southern part of India, from Kerala. Okay? So the purpose of this talk, we all are here for one important thing, Ayurveda. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor, and you are here to seek, understand, experience Ayurveda. So before I share my very little knowledge, whatever I have about Ayurveda, I seek blessings from all my gurus, all my teachers, and whoever has contributed for my knowledge, whoever has blessed me for treating my patients. I seek all their blessings. So, to start with, as I mentioned, my guru, I would start with a kind of a conversation which I had with my guru. I usually share it with my patients. After my college, my internship, I asked my guru that there was a lot of interest by the Western people towards Ayurveda. And Ayurveda, as you know, it's a bit difficult. A lot of things is pretty difficult. You have to take the ghee, snehapanam. There is someone, unknown person touching you, massaging you, a lot of oil, which is so uncomfortable for some people. A lot of uncomfortable factors are there in Ayurveda. I was feeling that long back. So I asked my guru, see, there is a lot of foreign interest. Why can't we do some R&D, some research, and make Ayurveda a little more friendly? For example, I'm here to do a panchakarma, but I can take my steak, I can have my burger, I can eat whatever. You do some research. I asked my guru, why can't we do some research to make it more easy? People are coming whole way, 20 hours, 25 hours flight to India, and I'm restricting them to don't eat butter chicken, paneer butter masala, no? How can I do that? So, my guru, such a great man, he listened and he told me one thing. Dr. Arun, you are not an Ayurvedic material, you are a Western or an allopathic material. You are not fit to be an Ayurvedic doctor. So I was like, why? I was giving a suggestion. We have to grow according to the modern era. Now you have a pain and you need an injection. Everyone needs an injection, so it goes off. You need a painkiller, it goes off. A lot of things like take ghee, maintain silence, don't eat that, take khichdi, take rice porridge, do that, do this, lot of restrictions. Why? That makes, see, a person suffering from a condition. I'm having a headache, I'm having a knee pain, I have acidity, gastritis, I've been suffering for 5 years, and I'm coming to India. Now, he listened to everything. He doesn't have any expression. And he told me one thing. Ayurveda is a science which has a medical perspective. It also has a philosophical side. It is a complete science. There is a philosophy. There is an in-depth idea about perceiving a condition. perceiving a person. If I see a person in front of me, migraine, cervical spondylosis, lumbar spondylosis, low back pain, psychosis, schizophrenia, hallucination, then you are like, you have schizophrenia, I'll give you some antidepressant, anti-anxiety pill. You have acidity, I'm going to give you some antacid. Ayurveda doesn't see in this way. Ayurveda see in a very different way. You get a disease. You suffer from a condition. You suffer from a chronic condition. There is a kind of bad karma involved. The subject of bad karma which you have done, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. No. We all do bad karmas and good karmas. There is a kind of karma influence that happens on each person that make him go through the hurdles of life. Sometimes that makes a person have a condition. So, a person coming to Panchakarma, a person coming to Ayurveda, you're going to treat him, okay, physically I'm treating him, I'm fixing your pain. What happens is, most of the time the patients will say, as long as I was taking treatment, I was all good. Once I left, back to my place, I'm having the same issue. This is just a physical fixing. When you're away, you're getting back the same issues. Ayurveda fix you with the karma. A person has some kind of bad karma about something. There is no spirituality involved in this. Karma is deeds. You do something good, you get good. You do something bad, you get bad. And I again emphasize that doesn't mean you're a bad person. No. There are many things involved in karma. So, a person coming for Panchakarma, coming for Ayurveda, taking through strenuous process. He's away from his family, staying alone, maintaining silence, taking ghee, having a lot of issues, having a conflicts about the mental thought. He's having a retrospection. He's having judging. He doubts himself. He understands his body is weak. He goes through a lot of procedures. Eventually, he clears his karma. He clears his karma. And he gets a lot of good karma. So only a proper administration of Ayurvedic Panchakarma, proper administration of Ayurvedic therapy. You also feel good with the physical entity, feel good with the mental entity, and great in overall aura and energy. I don't know how many of you have experienced that. If you have done a previous proper, authentic Panchakarma, you feel it. You understand that. When you go out of this place, the overall energy levels are different. The way you see the things are different. So there is a karmic involvement when you do a treatment. So you are going through a strenuous process to clear your karma in a way. And also, I could allow you, you're doing a Panchakarma, I could allow you to take tea, I could allow you to take biryani, I could allow you to take burger, pizza, whatever it is. It is something like you have a wound in your body, a disease, a wound. I'm putting some medicines about it, and what happens? You're constantly touching it. Will it heal? No. You have to rest it. You have to rest your digestion. You have to rest your body. That is very important. Everyone's health journey is unique. You should have a control over the senses. So all these learning, doing an Ayurvedic treatment, again, it's not just for the physical entity. It is a learning process. You understand a lot of life lessons. Usually I say to my patients, meditate. It's a difficult task. When you meditate, you get all the unwanted thoughts. You think about your bank balance, you think about your fixed deposit, you think about all the things, negative things in your mind. Let it come. Let it come. but you stick on to your practice, you will evolve. You will evolve. You will find answers for your miseries and questions. Again, the body, the physical body. In Ayurveda, we call it as Sharira. Sharira in Sanskrit. The word meaning of Sharira is Shiryate Anena Iti Sharira. It's a Sanskrit sloka. Shiryate Anena Iti Sharira. Which means something which is constantly dying. Something which has been constantly dying. That is Sharira. If something is constantly dying, it has to eliminate. Right? If something is dying, it has to eliminate. We are eliminating carbon dioxide right now. Our cells gets rejuvenated. This much days it goes, it comes back, dead cells comes back. We eliminate the stools, we eliminate the urine, we eliminate the sweat. So body, the definition of body itself means something which is being eliminating stuff. So only Ayurveda concentrate more on eliminatory protocols. Panchakarma is the eliminatory protocol. And Panchakarma, for the people who have not done Panchakarma or going to do Panchakarma, 5 karmas, which is the most abused word, detoxification. It's not just a detoxification. It is a transformation. There are 5 karmas. Vamana, which means inducing vomiting. You could see that in the nature. When you have a small puppy at home, when its stomach is upset, they go eat the grass and throw up. Have you noticed? Yes. The natural way of vomiting. Vamana. Virechana, percussion. Bhasti, it's enema, a kind of enema, but enema is just a superficial term. Something which is being administered through the anal orifice. It has a nourishing as well as a cleansing action. Enema. 4th is nasya, nasal installation of medication. And 5th is rakta mokshana, which is letting out the impure blood. So, a Vaidya or a doctor selects the best Panchakarma by assessing the system, the prakriti, the characteristics of a person, his condition. If I could give you some examples, migraine, sinusitis, Vamana is a very good option, but it again varies. Virechana, skin disorders, pitta, heat in the body, metabolic conditions. Virechana is a good option. Joint pain, paralysis, weakness, Basti is a good option. Psychological issues, Nasya, nasal installation of medicine is a good option. And as I told you, psoriasis, gouty arthritis, even sciatica, bloodletting is an option. So, these are just options. In that, there are doshic involvement. There is a very good slogan in Ayurveda, Yat Pinda Tad Brahmanda, which means whatever there in your body is there in the universe, is there in the outer world. For example, the hazelnut is considered very good for the brain. You have, in my herbal tour, I had shown you a few herbs which looks like the body parts, which is nourishing that body part. Same way, there are 3 doshas, 3 main elements that is nourishing the body. Vata, Pitta, Kapha. This 3, Vata, for an easy way, it is an air element in the body, air element. If I could give you a better explanation, just think about the air. It is light, thin, dry, cold. All these things are pretty prevalent during winter season. Dry, you always have to apply it's thin, it's cold. Almost we are approaching a winter season. During this time, pains, aches increases. Vata dosha. Second thing is pitta. You can consider it as a fire element in the body. Heat, the rage, the metabolism. We call it as Jataragni, Agni. The digestion. That is pitta. Third one is kapha, the water and earth element in the body, which is the binding nature. We generally say the sthana of kapha is this, the upper part of the body. That doesn't mean kapha is not just a sputum or a phlegm. It is also, you have kapha in your knee. Two bones in between there is a fluid, synovial fluid, which binds together. That is also a kind of kapha. When the fluid goes off, you can hear tuck, 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 tuck voice from your knee. Degenerative change. The kapha is getting deteriorated. So that is there in the body. In an equivalent way, it nourishes, it promotes health. When it gets excess, that leads to disease. When it comes down, that again leads to disease. So, again, this Ayurveda gram is a very silent space. Very silent space. The most noise area is this restaurant area, right? Right? Sometimes I feel very contradictory. I always tell to my patients, not to everyone, I feel contradictory. The biggest treatment you're going through is the meal which you take. Rather than whatever medicines or external treatments or panchakarma, the meal intake is the biggest treatment which you're going through. You have a pretty bad drawing, sorry. Looks like stomach? Yeah, thank God. So it's a stomach. So generally we say half of your stomach should be filled with solid food. 1/4 by water and 1/4 free space, air. Now a question comes, how can I measure it? I'll be eating. I don't know half of my stomach is full up. If you maintain this, you have good digestion. In Indian culture, we have something. We sit down and eat. We keep the plates down and eat. At a particular point, you feel difficulty to bend. Half of your stomach is filled. Stop your meal. But what we do, we sit on a comfortable chair, our spine is here, the food comes to us, we don't go to the food. Comes here, we eat till this. Indigestion. And we are in a state we are unable to understand what is appetite, what is not appetite, whether I am feeling hungry, whether I am ready to pass motion, what is my condition is unable to express because of this eating habit. But there are my sweet patients who really follow my words, who sit down and eat, catching the break in the hand. So, here it's not possible. I know many people have a lot of ailments, you can't sit down, it's okay. But few things which you can incorporate is silent eating. Why? Why silent eating? See, whatever you have ate is what you people are. Whatever you ate in your system is what your energy is what your physique is what all the things which you are having now, the disease, the condition, the worries, the psychological issues, everything has a connection with your food. If I have 40 years, whatever you have eaten and accumulated in your body is what you are. So, if you doesn't have a reverence, if you doesn't have a mindful eating, this will do very badly. Very badly. For example, I'm watching Netflix. Very interesting show. I'm having my food. I even forget to chew. We all do. We don't chew much, right? Or we aren't talking. We're in a serious conversation about Biden. We are just political conversation and the stock markets. And we are just ranging conversation. And we are also conversating something like, today it took 60 ml. How much is your ml? My doctor is really bad. He's got to give me 100 ml tomorrow. And you are not chewing the food properly. You are just, today the dinner you can see, you are not chewing it. When you take it, a huge chunk of food is going through the esophagus, the food pipe. It reaches the stomach. What happened? The stomach needs to produce more acids to digest it. More acids. And our engines are pretty good, God's grace, good genetics, our engines are pretty good. We digest it. We digest it. Whatever things we put, the fast food, whatever it is, we digest it. And after digestion, two products are formed. The nutrient part and the waste material. This nutrient part has been highly abused with acids. This is taken by the blood. So this abused nutrient part in Ayurveda, we call it as ama. The not so properly digested food. Food particles or the essence of food. That doesn't means if you ate a chicken, the chicken is there. No. The essence of the food. Highly abused with acid. This is taken by blood. And the blood becomes thicker. Blood becomes more acidic. We call it as kleda. Ama, kleda. And this blood goes all around the body, and all of a sudden, I listen to my patient saying, Doctor, I do yoga every day. I'm a vegetarian. But I do good, everything is good. Even their diets are pretty good than mine. Very good diet. But I'm having some pains, aches, inflammation, water retention, lethargy, tiredness. This acidic blood goes all part of the body, makes it inflammatory reactions. We call it as shofa. So these three concepts is what causing a disease in general, in the basic way. So, ama, kleda, shofa. And the reason for all this is our conversation. Not so mindful eating. We're thinking about something and something else. It's like a butterfly effect. A small wings can lead to tornado. So, next time everyone know how to eat.
It's tonight, 6 o'clock, 6:30. Be your silent dinner. You're gonna be on silent.
Yes. So, again, usually when you have an inflammatory condition, I know many people are here with pains, aches, inflammation, acidic problems, upper respiratory tract problems, psychological problems. Usually when you approach a doctor, I have a tennis elbow, I have a knee joint pain. Usually what doctors do, they give anti-inflammatory medicines and a painkiller. Ayurveda doesn't work in that way. Ayurveda has considered the body is supported by 3 doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and Sapta Dhatu, 7 pillars. In Sanskrit we call Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Medha, Asti, Majja, Shukra. For your understanding, metabolism, a good metabolism makes good blood. Good blood makes good muscles. Good muscles make good fat. Good fat makes good bones. Good bones make good bone marrow. Good bone marrow makes good reproductive health. Sperm, semen, ovum, reproductive health. So, if you have a joint pain, you straight away not giving calcium. You have to make sure the metabolism is good. That will nourish the other things, and the nourishment has to reach till the bone. If you are suffering from infertility, the nourishment has to reach till the sperm level. Not just infertility is not just in the sperm. The vitality, the energy, the enthusiasm of a person is what the sperm or the reproductive health means. Both in male and female. The energy level of a person. Sometimes you say, my energies are not so good. Like 5 years back, I was lot of energy. Now I'm not lethargic, tired. Everything seems to be good. No stress, retired life, no tension. But energies are not good. Yes.
So how come like during the process when the energy levels are pretty awesome, there's a supposedly a restriction towards sex?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Good question.
Huge concern.
Good questions. So, this is the energy. I'll tell you, when you're doing a process, you're constructing a bridge. Just imagine you're constructing a bridge. Till the cement gets fixed, would you allow vehicles to go around? No. Same like the wound is there. I'm fixing it with medication. I'm fixing it with lifestyle. I'm fixing it with food. Will you touch it every day? No. You have to keep it at rest. Same concept. Abstinence, brahmacharya. It's a very interesting concept. It's a long conversation thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another beautiful part of Ayurveda. During the treatment, we say no physical relationship. According to the Shastras, brahmacharya doesn't mean you don't need to have sexual intercourse or you are completely avoiding women or completely avoiding men. No. There are two types of brahmacharya. Two types that also have an effect on your karma. First thing is Naishtika brahmacharya, which means you are not attached to anything. You're completely on your journey. You're doing good karma. If you're a doctor, you're treating your patients to your most level. If you're an IT employee, you're working for that. If you're a company CEO, you're doing your best for your work, taking care of your mom, dad, family, whatever it is. And you have a spiritual journey, the Naishtika brahmacharya, and you doesn't have any kinds of so much attachment to anything. That is Naishtika brahmacharya, which we all had during our childhood. We have been to schools till we get married, or we had a girlfriend or a boyfriend. We had it. Another second brahmacharya is Vaivahika brahmacharya, which means you got married or you are in a relationship. You are being true to that person. You are being true to that person. You are facilitating that person. You are making the person comfortable. You are understanding the person. You are respecting the person, and you are doing good karma. True brahmacharya. So here, see, you have a lot of bad karma. You are doing everything wrong. Daily quarreling, not mutual respect is not there. You are actually breaking the Vaivahika brahmacharya thing, and you are creating bad karma. So these two are brahmacharya aspects in Ayurveda. So each thing has a karmic interaction. For example, things which we doesn't know, never preach it. That is also creates a bad karma. Things which you are not sure about, don't spread it. That also creates bad karma. So that's what I told. When you have a disease, when you are a yogi, when you have a condition that not just look back to your physical thing. There are people, have you seen? Daily they will drink alcohol, daily sports, still fit like a fiddle. 80 years old, 85 years old. There are people like that. Yes, sir? Yes. So there is a karma involvement in every condition. So Ayurvedic treatment is not just fixing you on a physical entity. It has a karma fixing happening. And myself, I am pretty sure about this concept, which I have learned and I am preaching. See, you are here, I'm going to put you on a strict diet, strict regime. As you said, many things we are telling you to avoid. Very much correct. But being a doctor, my intention is, the ultimate aim of treatment is to prepare you to live in a chaotic world. Not to make you a sadhu or a sattvic person. To prepare you to live in a chaotic world. Because I know outside AyurvedaClass, there is stress, there is tension, you have to take care of your family, you have to do things, you have to meet your goals, you have all the manly, womanly, all the issues are happening. You can't be a sattvic person. You can't take khichdi 3 times every day. No? You have to party. Yes or no? Yes. We have to enjoy our life. So, a chikitsa or a treatment is preparation of a person to live in a chaotic world. But that depends upon what condition you are going through and the duration and surrendering to the doctor. That is very important. Surrendering to the right physician is very important. Never limit your physician. Doctor, today let me have a little bit of chicken. Even though you know it's bad, it's just a craving, the mental craving. Today let me do that, which is against us, let me do that. Pressurizing. If I didn't get that, I'm sad. The doctor is in a state that he is unable to understand whether this person is sad because of the snehapanam, complications of snehapanam, or because of the mental entity. So it's very important to have a proper surrendering while you're doing treatment, not just in Ayurveda, any science, allopathy, homeopathy, whatever science. If you are challenging, I had gone through a lot of case doctors, no one fixed me. Let me try what the hell you can do. Treat me. If you challenge something, nothing works. In a way, this is the protocol of my guru. He told me, whenever a patient comes in front of you with this much medical records, this much, I went to this hospital, I took this treatment, I took that treatment. It is, and the patient is like, for help, is surrendering in front of you. The doctor should understand. He had cleared his karma, suffering from this condition from so many years, visiting different doctors, doing different line of treatment. Now it's your duty to fix it. He had cleared his karma. This is this much medical therapy. Now it's your duty to fix it. That is also a kind of chikitsa. So Ayurveda see a rogi, a patient, not just by his social status, no, but also in his karmic status. I usually generally ask my patients when I go for rounds, what was a dream last night? If they remember, they tell me. That also suggests what are the things you're going through. What are your thoughts? Unless and until when you're doing an Ayurvedic treatment, you're not being open to your doctor. You're not keeping a relationship with your doctor. Nothing works. It's just a superficial fixing. If a doctor comes, oh, how is your bubble? How is your things are all fine? You didn't sleep well? Okay, I'm going to give you some sleeping pills. If that kind of a thing going on, no fixing happening. So, mentally and physically, you have to connect with your doctor. The doctor has to do the same. Then healing happens. If you are only connecting mentally, you will be cured, but relapse are high chances. So, a mental and physical connection is very important. If If this is not happening, no. And when you are coming to Ayurveda, generally people have a thought, Ayurveda is wellness. You come to Ayurveda, day one doctor giving you Shirodhana, massages, that thing, this thing, facials, beautiful. If you are coming for that intention, good, it's okay. But if you are coming for treatment, never propose your treatment. Doctor will take you through a certain protocol. You can question the protocol. Why? But if you put your add-ons to it, that will create problems. You can ask why it is contraindicated to me. That questions are very important. While you are taking treatments, question. Come with questions. If you have clarity on what the things you are going through, the treatment is much more beneficial. Usually what I hear, people do a Shirodhana and they came out with a lot of happiness and say, Doctor, I slept well. No, that is not Shirodhana. If I have to make you sleep, I could have played some soothing music, give you some feet massage, you will sleep well. You are not making the 100% out of a Shirodhana, no. After a massage, all good. I was so refreshed. What refreshed? A massage becomes therapeutic. When they are giving the strokes, when they are giving the massage, you are closing your eyes, you are in a meditative state. When they are massaging your leg, you are thinking that leg is getting healed, blood circulation is getting active, the muscles are being nourished. You are mentally visualizing it. It's a kind of yoga nidra where you visualize each part of your body. You are mentally visualizing it. Then a 45 minutes of massage, when you come out, that makes it therapeutic. Otherwise, it's just a spa massage. You did some relaxation, they took out some notes, you felt better. When you have to make the 100% out of it, never sleep in your treatment. Treatments are not to sleep. To create happy hormones, you should understand what the treatment is. You can ask the doctor. Also, go into a deep meditative state. You are in a deep meditative state where you are understanding the warmth, the touch, the pressure, the medicine, everything. Then the 1 hour is therapeutic. Otherwise, it's just have a massage, good. Afternoon. Next day again a massage, good. Afternoon. So, why I am telling you this is, people are going through a lot of things. Make it therapeutic. Make the 100% out of it. And a doctor, it's my duty, if I am just, I can approach you 2 ways. I assess you physically and mentally. And if you are like, I need that, I need this, I am so much demanding, I can approach you, I can please you, I can treat you. If I please you, you will be happy 14 days, 21 days, 28 days, you are happy. But once you get back, again sluggish. If I treat you, these days are pretty hard, but you are going to have a realization. And once you get back, you take home. You have a kind of correction happening with you. So this is what Ayurveda. And Ayurveda has a wellness aspect, but more than wellness, it is a science. It has a philosophy. It has its medical background. And it has a wider range. Because initially, when we have to formulate what is health, it was a state of well-being of the physical entity of a person. Physical entity of a person. Later, they reconsidered state of well-being of physical and mental entity of a person. Mind is important. The person is physically fit, mentally he is down, he is a sick person. Then they changed the state of well-being of physical, mental, economical. You need money. If you doesn't have money to live your basic needs, you will again fall sick. Then again we have to reconsider The state of well-being of physical, mental, economical, social. If you can't be in a group, if you can't be in a team, if you can't associate with people, then again you will fall sick. You are like thrown away, left alone. Again, we can rework on that. The state of well-being of physical, mental, economical, social, spiritual. If you doesn't have a spiritual belief, that doesn't mean God, no. If I am an atheist, I have my belief on my science. I believe on my company. I believe on my principles. I believe on my family. A belief system that takes you forward, that push you to live. If you doesn't have that, it will be like, whatever I do tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'm going to die. So let me. So spirituality is also important. Physical, mental, economical, social and spiritual. Well-being is health. Who knows, in future days, much more things will be added on. I hope I'm not boring. So, questions? Any questions? Please.
It's a little technical question. Kleda is in the Rasa and Rakta Dhatu or is it?
Mostly in Rasa and Rakta Dhatu. Yes. Yes. Questions? Yes. Any questions?
Another technical question.
Please.
Five Panchakarma, that's from Sushruta, right?
Yes.
If,
Sushruta and Charaka is a different concept.
Rakta Mokshan is not in Charaka.
Not included in Charaka. Yes. No questions? Yes, sir, please.
Do you see a positive interaction between so-called Western medicine and Ayurvedic medicine and maybe TCM, Chinese medicine, etc.? The combination of it all makes it complementary and a lot of positives in all three.
Definitely.
It's not exclusive, right?
Yes.
So why don't the medical profession, including Ayurvedic, etc., combine the three? So many decades it's been in existence, but I don't see that combination going on. It's more almost like differentiation and to an extent animosity of your own profession.
True.
Right? So is there any institution in this world that has combined the three or four or five so that you bring out the best in every aspect of medicine in a general term?
Understood. Very great question, a wonderful question. The future of medicine or healthcare is integrated approach. It's not that I believe in Ayurveda and Ayurveda is the best. No. I have a huge respect on allopathy. That's why many of people have a very good lifespan. We had invented vaccines and we had invented much more things in the allopathic side. Integrator of medicine is very important, as you correctly said. The Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, allopathic, homeopathy, integration is very important. But why it is not happening? There are few places it does, but not so rightly. Why it is not happening? Because there are a lot of political things, ego, a lot of things are combined into it. Because you are only seeing your science in this way. If an allopathic person ask me, can you show me your water? No. That is something an experience. I can correct his vata. I can't show his vata. But it's very important them to learn us and we to learn their concepts. Such kind of a system is needed for the future. That is the medical healthcare of the future. That is a long-time dream and that is the best healthcare. But lot of political things, mafia, drug mafia, that thing, this thing, which is not allowing this combination. Because the ultimate aim of Ayurveda, allopathy, everything is providing good health to the society. But you know, many things during the COVID was a good learning lesson. trying this, trying that. It's just a lot of business happening behind. Not so a proper clarity. Because if the business happens, then the economy comes. So there are a lot of politics in that. The future must be and should be integrated approach. It's not that my science is great. No. My science is also great, their science is also great. And for a well-being of a person, I have to integrate. I have to integrate. And that kind of institution should come up. Presently, there is no such institution. No. That kind of institution should come up. Government has to put efforts for that. The pathetic thing is India, the land of yoga, the land of Ayurveda. How many Indians know Panchakarma? How many Indians know Ayurveda? I still remember once I went to my Ayurvedic medical college and I was in my second year or something. I had a family function. On my vacation, I went to the family function. My uncle was asking me, how? You're studying Ayurveda, right? Yeah, give me a massage. Give me a massage.
And it's also working, it's like when you lose hope. So it's like sometimes like some doctors in India are practicing it, that sometimes when allopathy cannot cure you. That's the only time they recommend. When they are kind of sensing the bit of failure, like I get a lot of instruction from them. So like I had like 2 rounds of antibiotic within a span of 3 months. You know, the fumes of the polish and the pain and everything. And I told my doctor, I don't want to take antibiotics anymore. So okay, go to this guy, take the homeopathic pills. Every time you hurt while swallowing, you do that. Or I was honest enough with him to tell him I smoke up sometimes and it starts hurting. He said, okay, take that. And it's been like almost over 2 years and I've never taken an antibiotic. Yeah. So they come in when there's no other way. Exactly. But then they are also tired of billing you again and again.
That is another unfortunate factor we doctors face. Some cases, some medical cases, we get it at the last because people think when nothing works, we go to Ayurveda.
So, what I'm learning this week as a practitioner in so many diseases, especially the Vata, is, and the Pitta, is undigested emotions and through the mind. So how can Ayurveda help the devotees work through these undigested emotions and help the mind?
Exactly. Very, very, very valid and wonderful question. See, in Ayurveda, the undigested emotions and the mental breakdown, over thoughts, unwanted thoughts, negative thoughts, is considered as Rasadushti. Rasadushti, the metabolic derangement happening in the body. You all know, as per the modern science, the feel-good hormone is produced in the gastric mucosa, not in the brain. Ayurveda in Charaka Samhita is told, Rasadushti, Atichinta. One among the sign of Rasadushti, the metabolic derangement is Atichinta, which means excess thought. Lot of unwanted thoughts. And they are also, Charaka has also given the explanation. Atichinta is Rasadushti, and Rasadushti, Vamana. So, again, the doctor adopts according to the doshas. The assessment of dosha. Why Rasadushti happened? What is the reason for the Rasadushti? Which dosha is involved? Mostly Rasadushti, Vamana. We always think, right? Are you a practitioner? Yeah. We always think anxiety, stress, and purgate. Lot of pitta. No, not always. Sometimes the Rasa Dhatu is closely related to Kapha. We have to correct it, Vamana, then go to Virechana. That kind of management is needed. So, Rasadushti is a concept which has a close relation with the mental entity. So, only psychological issues, a lot of psychological issues, the person will definitely have a metabolic problem. Lot of anxiety will you throw up? Usually people have a throw up, people have a condition, metabolic problems, and you can see that in your skin. Resolution in the skin, the dullness of the skin. That is why after a purgation you glow. So there are a lot of in-depth concepts about that. Right? Yes.
I mean, Bhavana is not the only treatment, right? There are multiple modalities of treating.
Yes, definitely. See, Ayurveda is something patient has to reach here for help. A doctor can adopt any way, not just one way. The doctor can also adopt against the Shastras in some cases. But he should have a rationality, he should have a yukti, he should have a principle, a base principle should be right. He can adopt whichever way. According to the, see, adopting a treatment depends upon the sattva of a person. Some persons are not so sattva to go through a particular procedure. Adopting a treatment, sattva means the ability or the capability, the positiveness, many things. So some people we have to go through in a different way. Some people we don't need any kind of shodhana. Shamana chikitsa, giving medicines will work. So it's all the yukti of a doctor. So rather than you see a case as, that's what initially I told, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, hallucination. See, break down into doshas and dhatu level. Break it. Be with the patient. Talk to the patient. I'll tell you a case. I had a vamana which happened 2 weeks back. A patient suffering from plantar psoriasis. Psoriasis under the feet. So I know, I had taken a detailed history of a patient and I had prepared the patient through Snehapana, given the ghee therapy, 1 day Visramakalam, and she's having a lot of itching. Kandu, we say. So kapha involvement is there. So I have to vomit her first. I'm taking her through Vamana, Vivesana, all these things, like the moksha. So first I had to vomit. I had to give her a Vamana. So everything prepared, I made her drink the protocols of Vamana. She is not vomiting. Even we put her finger, nothing coming out. We tried out, she also tells me, I was motivating her, come on, you can. She said, doctor, I can't, I'm trying. She's trying and she's aggravating her vata, but no, nothing happens. Then I told her, okay, let's stop. Let's get back to the root. When I get back to the root, I sat down, the patient was emotionally so disturbed. I tried a lot, but nothing came out. Whether my shodhana, my cleansing was not proper, what to do, lot of negativity. I sat, I talked to her, no, nothing like that. We have another option. But can you just tell me what happened deep inside you? She was emotionally so down. Then she revealed a story to me. She told me, doctor, when I was a child, I had a motion sickness. Whenever my family takes me a car journey or a bike journey, I throw up. I vomit. When it was a long thing, they were so afraid to take me for the things, for the outings. And she completed that to her dad, and the dad took her to a psychologist. He worked on her. He worked on her and suppressed the emotion of throw up. And it's still suppressed. That's been suppressed. And she's not, no, I didn't took her in a car because she came in a car. So, when I understood that, then that is the importance of a doctor talking to you. Then I spoke to her in this way. See, that is being suppressed. But what you are going to throw out, is the devil inside you. Is the thing which caused you a disease. You want to keep it inside? Can I give you one more glass? Will you throw up? She was determined. She was positive. She was confident. One glass of Saindava Jala, salt water, whatever she drank, everything gave up.
In your room?
No, in her room. Exactly in her room, definitely. In the room. In the washroom. They couldn't do the proper setup of Vamanada, but she threw up. This is what happened. So only, again, you have to keep a relationship with your doctor. You have to talk to your doctor. You have to be very clear to your doctor. Minor things can help you for a greater health.
So how to go into a deeper relationship with your doctor when we observe 20 minutes consultation in clinics?
In your Western world?
No, here in Kerala we presented during the consultations, and each consultation was 20 minutes maximum. And it was just basically listing all the symptoms, and doctor would just prescribe, medications, and that was about it.
That is quite unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate. Ayurveda doesn't work in that way. Unless and until this.
To validate that point, for example, when we learned Ayurveda in USA, we spent a considerable amount of time, and we are of course novice, not experienced practitioners, but we spend the time looking at the history, long history, and then talk to the person, figuring out what the issues are, the symptoms, that stuff. Here, and it's not only here. I mean, I've seen I go to Calcutta also. There, okay, what happened here? Symptoms, bang, bang, bang. And then when I asked the Vaidya why you didn't have to go deep into it, he said, no, we know what's going on. I can figure out the Prakriti, I can figure out the Vikriti and the nears, and figure it out. And I've seen this very constantly in most places in India. I mean, I'm not demeaning anybody.
Yeah.
But so either the Vaidyas here have been trained to be, because given that there are a lot of Ayurvedic patients over here than in USA or other parts of the world, probably there's a time constraint. Like in USA, the allopaths do. You have like 10-15 minutes and out, like assembly line. So I don't know. I mean, maybe here give a little more attention, but that seems to be a pattern almost everywhere.
It is, that's what I told you the example of my patient. It's my mistake that I didn't understand that history of my patient. The Vamana example I gave you. It's my mistake, not my patient's mistake. So it's very important to, I don't know, the superficial, that was a hit on my ahankara, my ego. I was a doctor, you have plantar psoriasis, you're going to have this. You do a Vamana. That was a hit on my ego. That hit was much needed, and I accept that. There is no, and let me tell you, how much our experienced doctor you are, everyone is unique. We all have fever, we take paracetamol, doesn't mean that everyone's fever will go off. Everybody is unique. Everything is unique. That is why in Ayurveda, we always say, Yukti Vyapasraya Chikitsa. Yukti Vyapasraya. The Yukti of the Vaidya, the knowledge, the in-depth analysis of the Vaidya is very important. Each person is different. If you are just superficially assuming and superficially coming into the arrivals, you may go wrong. Some cases. Sometimes you may exceed. But the science is such that it doesn't work like the conventional, like symptom to symptom. You have fever, take a Sudarshan tablet. You have acidity, you take L-Sactil. You have bloating, take Dhanvantram. It doesn't work. What is the cause? What is the reason? You have to deep inside. Unless and until that understanding the relationship is not built, anything can go wrong in a treatment. That is much needed, and when it's busy and all, I don't, but usually that is a principle which I learned and I try to keep it. I keep to follow that. Any more questions?
One last thing based on his query about integrated medicine. I mean, people like me or a lot of practitioners in the West, we in a way look for India, towards India, especially the Ayush ministry, integration of different types of medicines coming together. So, I mean, it's like in USA, it's for the American Medical Association, also known as the American Mafia Association. They will not let others succeed. And there's a whole system of insurance and drug, pharmacy, they control the whole narrative. And there's a lot of research also to back them up. And Ayurveda doesn't have that much research coming up, but not yet. So there are multiple reasons for that. So how is the Ministry of Ayush and the start of that impacting Ayurveda, yoga, Unani, all these, the integrative aspect of it? Are we seeing a lot of hospitals with integrative units or things like that? What is your...
Actually, in the present, we say that things are happening, but nothing is happening. There are lakhs of people who are graduating, post-graduation in Ayurveda. These lakhs of people are presenting their theses on various concepts. For example, my wife had a thesis on Virechanam in hypertension. Beautifully formulated the medications, beautifully created the thesis. But the thesis stays in the library. Nothing goes out. Lakhs of people in a year, they have their own vision, they are creating new formulations, they are creating new idea, principles. Nothing comes out. As you said, not just the American mafia, there is mafia here too. There are things happening which is not right here too. Maybe some efforts will be there here and there, but no noise is made. But that will change, definitely change. Post-COVID, things have changed. I feel so happy. I am treating in a year a lot of Indians post-COVID. A lot of Indians. Rather than previously it was a lot of foreigners. A lot of Indians. That's a good change. We are understanding.
And the place where we came from actually, the university, the Arogya Dham, it's actually inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi.
Yeah.
And they're getting a lot of funds collected and they're promoting it in a big way. So it's a longer journey for sure.
Yeah.
You have to understand the mafia. See, when India got their own vaccine, you have to understand that 2.2 billion vaccines were not supplied by Pfizer to India. You can imagine the kind of losses those companies booked because Indians did not buy the vaccine from them. There's been a lot of heat on it in every forum. So it does take some time because the medicine industry is a multi-trillion-dollar trade.
Exactly.
And maybe not even the doctors' mafia, it's more like a pharmaceuticals mafia, which is like way bigger than the actual doctors' practices. Doctors in general did take up a career to heal people. So there's a difference.
But I don't know, the future is good, the future is bright. I could see a lot of my friends from the other system of medicine. They are having an interest to learn Ayurveda. We are having an interest to learn their science. That kind of a healthy things are happening. In future, everything falls place. And the ultimate aim will be the aim of Ayurveda. The aim of Ayurveda is Swasthasya Swasthi Rakshanam Adurasya Vikara Prashanam. Which means you go allopathy, you go homeopathy, you go Unani, you go Siddha, you go Ayurveda, you go Chinese medicine. The ultimate aim should be maintaining the health of a healthy person and to eradicate the disease of a suffering one. This should be the aim. I hope everything falls place and this aim is served. Thank you. Okay, so let's wind up. Thank you for patiently listening. Have a great night. Namaste.
Guys not talking very good. It's a process.
Get me into a lot of trouble.
I have the thing to take because you're with the camera, so I just want to take.
No, like my head, I'm going to take a photo with the camera. I cannot have a photo. No, I cannot.
Okay.
Thank you.